So apparently Mr. Beast is falling off and he's doing everything he can to try and cover it up. It's a crazy thought to think that the guy that was the number one YouTuber in the game might have fallen from grace, and it might be only getting worse, okay? Because it wasn't so long ago. In 2022, Mr. Beast revealed that he was apparently being offered $1 billion for his channel.
Beast recently turned down a $1 billion offer for his YouTube channel. He said maybe if it was 10 or 20 billion, I would even consider it. Do you think that he made a bad call?
Let's do some basic math. His most viewed video is 293 million views. That's the $456,000 Squid Game Super Bowl commercial. You do 30 seconds. What are you paying? $5.2 million. And Super Bowl gets roughly 100 million views. He's got total 17 billion views. 17 billion views divided by 100 million, because that's what Super Bowl claims. So that's 170 times $5 million. His one channel alone has generated a minimum of $850 million, and I'm calculating only one commercial. And then added to all the other channels that he has, I think he's right. 10 to $20 billion is the right number.
Mr. Beast recently turned down.
They're saying he could be worth $20 billion, okay? But recently, his views have been trending. I mean, it happens, right? It does happen. But the thing is, why is it happening? So Patrick Bet David and the PBD podcast would touch on this. Obviously, they have connected with Mr. Beast in the past, okay? And he would basically explain, and this is happening, he's not wrong. He said, YouTube is changing the entire algorithm. Mr. Beast's viewerships dropped 50%. He used to get 400 to 900 million views. Now it's 60 to 120 million. Why? Because YouTube controls the knob. YouTube hit a mark where they said, stop recommending the big popular channels, start recommending the smaller ones. Now, utmost respect to YouTube, absolutely no disrespect to my corporate overlords at YouTube, but he's not lying when he says they said stop recommending the big popular channels, start recommending the smaller ones. I've got a few channels, okay? My main channel, Trap Law Ross, look, okay, it's not getting as pushed as much as it was in the past. There might be a few reasons for that, and also hip-hop in itself is a little bit declining at the moment. But my smaller channel, my second channel, this channel, booming. Doing numbers that I never ever even hit on the main channel. We touching nearly 10 million views in a month on this channel. Mostly long form. This little bro channel. Something's going on, but let's hear what they said.
YouTube today, interesting thing about algorithms with YouTube. Mr. Beast's viewership, they said, has dropped 50%. Why has it dropped 50%? He used to get these videos, 900 million views, 500 million views, 400 million views. Now it's 60 to 120 million views. Now somebody said, well, listen, give me a 60 to 120 million views. Yeah. It doesn't mean it's being impacted. What did YouTube do? YouTube on the back end controls what? Go look at any of the top 50 podcasts that we follow and go to their YouTube channel. You'll notice, why is this guy down to 600,000 views, 200,000 views, 800,000? He used to get 4.8 million views. Why is that guy that used to do 600,000 views down to 300,000 views, 150,000 views? What you will notice is the following. Rogan is number one podcast in 94 countries on Spotify. But on YouTube, it's who? Someone else, Midas Touch. But why is that? Why is YouTube putting this? Because YouTube came out and said they used to favor, because they control recommendations. The algorithms of YouTube, they control recommendations. Like, do you remember during COVID? During COVID, they're like, if you use the word, there was certain word you use on the title, it would just drop off.
Yep.
Okay, whatever the words were. During COVID, there was like 50 words I didn't like. Mm-hmm. If you used it, it would automatically drop off. So don't use the word. All right, so people didn't use the word. Guess who controls the knob on YouTube viewership right now? YouTube does. You know what YouTube did? YouTube controlled the knob, and it was long form suggestion, and YouTube went like this and said short form. We don't want any more long form recommendation. Guess what YouTube announced last year?
Going back to long form.
YouTube last year announced as of July 15th, if it's a faceless YouTube channel, we're no longer paying you AdSense.
Yep.
What do you mean? So whoever controls the knob controls the viewership. So there is an element of the media changing on what they're favoring now. It's purely YouTube algorithm. Watch this. Mid-2026, they just made the announcement, YouTube's algorithm is increasingly favoring smaller emerging channels by prioritizing high-retention content over subscriber count. So what is YouTube doing now? They want more new people. Because imagine YouTube sitting in a meeting and they're saying, man, we're not having as many new content creators.
Yeah.
I don't know if this makes sense. Like, if you go look at last week, Instagram did a massive purge of followership. Rob, can you go to Instagram purge last week? I want to say Kylie Jenner lost 14 million people on followership in a single day. Can you type in purge? Purge, what happened last week? Brands have lost millions. Look at this, Vinny. Welcome to the greatest bot purge of 2026. Go a little bit lower, May 8th. Exactly a week ago. Can you go to the names of people that lost, the amount of people they lost? Because right there. Okay. So there was Kim Kardashian, Kylie Jenner, account losing 15.2 million. Cristiano Ronaldo lost 15 million followers in one day.
Jeez.
Kardashian lost 9.19. Kylie Jenner lost 7.12. Taylor Swift lost 7.2. Nike alone lost 5.9 million followers in one day. Purge, right? So if you look at somebody whose followership gets to a point and it doesn't change anymore, it's because you found your audience that's interested in you. They're no longer like, now you have to either make a change or a shift or get a new audience to get the new audience. So YouTube hit a mark where they're like, we already have so many people that are content creators. We're everywhere in the world. What do? Then they said, stop recommending the big popular podcast. Start recommending the smaller podcast. Why do you want to recommend the smaller podcast? Why do you want to recommend
supply and demand? You want young people to believe in themselves.
Because you don't think the bigger podcasts are going to stop, except you're going to inspire the smaller podcasts to climb up. Like, you know how you'll come and you say, I don't know what's going on, but I think YouTube's on my side right now. I'll say, hey, don't mess with that.
Yeah.
Because whenever the algorithms are on, so this is the part that you have to pivot. You have to adjust as a content creator and find out if they want to build a media company. You're seeing the big Foxes and these companies that are now bringing talent and saying, hey, do a podcast. Hey, we'll support you doing this. Everyone has to pivot. But the reality, what the world is learning, is whoever controls the knob controls the future content creators.
So, arguably, all right, YouTube is saying, look, we're going to kind of cut down on these established content creators that have built themselves up on the platform. We want new, fresh talent. Rather than just serving all the audience to you big established creators on a platter, we're going to give everybody a shot. Now, in some ways, that's good, all right? I've been creating a different type of content on another channel that apparently, according to YouTube, that's what YouTube is deeming more valuable right now. I'm doing videos on this channel that, I'm finding a few links and, piecing together a story very quickly after something's happened. You guys are wanting that a lot more than a fully edited documentary that's taken weeks on a topic that maybe was quite important a few weeks ago, but you guys aren't trying to hear now. And YouTube ain't trying to put it in front of you now, is what it is. So, Mr. Beast has responded. He responded to the tweet. People are saying on Mr. Beast's night, is this legit? Or is he doing damage control now, is what he said. He responded. He said, I keep seeing this down 50% number. I'm not sure who did the math. The videos with hundreds of millions of views are years old. Our videos are evergreen. They usually get 5 to 10 million views a month for years, hence why newer videos have less views. Now, some people are saying that's cope, all right? Some people are saying it's not. It says PBD isn't very bright, but the 50% drop in viewership is confirmed. I'm one of the people who did the math several times in different threads. At several points, his channel was getting 1 to 1.2 billion, with a B, billion, long-form views per month. Now he hovers around 500 to 600 million. That's easy math, 40 to 50% drop. But it gets worse for Jimbo. The way he's framing it is insincere. His main channel videos used to get 3 to 400 million views in the same time it's taking his current videos to get 1 to 200 million views. That is just straight up a 50% slowdown in views. Lastly, and this one's important, at Mr. Beast Insights has proven time and time again that Mr. Beast is buying a fuck ton of views, like billions and billions of views most likely. Holy! He's buying the views. Whoa! It's mostly shorts. But that leads to insane subs that you're seeing him get right now. Is that the trick? I think he's feeling extra insecure that his growth has slowed this much and he's desperately trying to hide it. Yeah, even that Folding Ideas guy confirmed it. Beast is either in denial or he's trying to appeal to investors at this point. I cannot believe the psychopath Jimmy Donaldson is lying. Given that PBD is a known grifter and moron, I'm going to assume he was knowingly misinterpreting the facts here. So, more recently, okay, Mr. Beast revealed some numbers, all right? And it was interesting. So he said, here's how many views we got on YouTube of every year of my life from age 12 to now 28. I love sharing this because it shows what happened if you find love, it shows what happens if you find what you love and go all in, grateful for all of you. So when he was 12, he done 15,000 views. When he was 13, he dropped down to 7,000 views. That's a rare drop. When he was 14, he did 41,000 views. When he was 15, he did 125,000 views. When he was 16, he did 202, and then he blew up. When he was 17, he did 5.4 million. When he was 18, he did 122 million. When he was 19, he did 464 million. When he was 20, he did 2 billion. When he was 21, he did 3.3 billion. When he was 22, he did 8.1 billion. How are numbers? I didn't know numbers went this high. And they're always going up. 23, he did 13.2 billion. 24, he did 19.15 billion. At 25, he did 32.6 billion. At 26, he did 36.4 billion. At 27, he did 35.4 billion. 28, just getting started. It could be going down. It could be going down. Negative 45 billion at 27 years old. Bro fell out. For real, for real. It said he started YouTube when he was 12. But look, okay, apparently there have been other moments in his career where his views have dipped down. This was 2 years ago. People were saying, why is MrBeast's view count falling off a bit? 37 million in one day, he fell off. That's what they're saying, he fell off. People saying, this is 2 years ago, YouTube is changing and audiences are changing. Also, this video has the least amount of Jimmy screen time of any video I can remember. He's busy running chocolate businesses and making TV shows for Amazon Prime. The algorithm did something weird with this video. I didn't get recommended. I didn't get it in my recommended, when usually it's immediately the first result due to my active watching of the channel and the fact it's consistently the most trending video on the site. Says his mouth is open in the thumbnail. For some reason, when he does that, video trends less. He said that himself. That open mouth, all the open mouths are just grotesque. 37 mil in 24 hours is amazing, but still none of his last 3 vids hit 100 mil, which is fairly low for MrBeast. Just wondering what caused that. During his 2024 controversy, his views also dropped. So this is an article from Dexerto. MrBeast's YouTube channel bleeds views and subscribers as allegations rage on. That is pretty savage title. Look at him. Mouth always agape. Mouth agape constantly. So they're saying he's had a significant decrease in channel growth thanks to the allegations surrounding his company and collaborators. Until recently, he was the darling of the internet, the multimillionaire influencer known for his over-the-top challenges and big-budget videos, on top of philanthropic endeavors. But the recent public sentiments turned against him following accusations against Ava Chris Tyson of behaving inappropriately with minors. On top of this, MrBeast himself has come under fire due to his supposed business practices, mistreating fellow staff members, and reportedly hiring registered offenders who appeared in his past videos. It was bad. Go and watch the video I did about that. So this apparently stunted the growth on his channel in a major way. He reigns as the most subscribed channel on the platform with over 300 million subs, but he's getting a decline in viewership, subs, and even potentially revenue. According to View Stats, MrBeast's main channel seen 153 million less views in the previous 28-day period. That's not all. He's received 12 million less subs than last month, suffering a projected loss of nearly 700k. It's not really how it works, but okay. The backlash is impacting his channel in a palpable way at the very least. Okay, so he was going through it, all right? But here's the interesting thing. Rather than just saying, well, you know, I guess it's the content, or, you know, maybe I should try a bit harder, or maybe people have just seen it all now. Maybe it's stale. Apparently, he started large advertising campaigns. So it says MrBeast was growing fast recently. He got 5 million subs this month so far. The growth is due to massive advertising on his 2 recent subscriber shorts. Subscribe for $10,000 and I'm granting wishes for my subscribers. So he's basically out here bribing his audience, saying, bro, please subscribe. You might get 10 grand. All right. And I really hate this type of YouTube where it's just like, oh, it's just all, how can I boost myself up? Whatever I have to say. Yeah, subscribe. No one's getting $10,000. Subscribe for $10,000. Like, no one's, that's not happening. It's a lie, right? It's a lie in terms of you specifically. Not all the viewers are getting subscribe for $10,000. If I go and subscribe to that now, there ain't no way I'm getting $10,000. Maybe one person got $10,000. That's an overpromise, okay? So he's advertising on those videos, and then these are like, you know, it's like a magician trickery of like, oh, you could win $10,000. The whole thing was just a growth strategy by me. I was just growth hacking you. It's kind of lame, and it's not real that's not real content. That's made up. This is just like a competition. You're doing a fake lottery. It's not really content. You're not contributing. I feel like my content, not to blow smoke up my own backside, but like at least I'm trying to give you information and value. Mr. Beast's other videos are giving a lot of entertainment value, but like subscribe for 10 grand, like it's a trick. It's a confidence trick, a confidence
status quo is.
So basically, okay, the YouTuber Folding Ideas has done a video that kind of breaks down Mr. Beast's process and kind of breaks down how his videos all start with the thumbnail. I think this is interesting. It just says a lot about kind of his, you know, approach to the algorithm and how he actually takes ideas through to completion.
Mr. Beast videos begin as a title and thumbnail. That is the measure by which concepts are pitched and greenlit. This practice isn't a cardinal sin in isolation, it's a pragmatic reality of YouTube. Professional YouTubers need to put a lot of thought into the title and thumbnail because we want to eat. And yeah, sometimes the creative impetus behind a video really is that it'd make for a killer thumbnail, but it's rare that any of us will admit that because we know that it's a bit naughty, a bit tacky, because it's starting with the marketing and working backwards to create the product. It's cynical. Dare I say, it's anti-art. It wasn't shocking to learn that Mr. Beast videos typically begin as thumbnails, but it was shocking how open the team was to that admission. They were cagey about so many things, but this was said without a hint of concern. It's not a dirty secret, nor is it an open secret, because it's not a secret at all. It's public knowledge.
He goes, we obsess. He's like, we build 20, 30, 40 thumbnails, and once we like a thumbnail, we go build a video and the idea around it.
They had a poster on a wall, one that I tragically didn't get any footage of, that laid bare the mandate of the writer's room. Is this a 100 million view idea?
In his mind, it has to cross 100 million, right?
Oh, it's like 2.
Is it 200?
It's like 200, 300 now.
This might.
See, look, I admire how far Mr. Beast has gotten through his amazing, let's just say, like, efficiencies in creating videos, optimization. He's optimized his video creation methods to a degree that we didn't even know was possible. But to me, as somebody that, like, my documentaries I make on my main channel that I'm really proud of, you know, I try and make really great pieces of content that say something. We don't always chase the views, right? Like, not every video is going to pass 1 million views. I do a lot of these UK gangster rap topics that I know aren't going to perform well. It's a smaller audience, a smaller market, but I have a passion for these topics and I want to create these videos. He's just saying, is it 100 million view idea? The whole point, it doesn't matter. Like, the content is just an equation to, it's a vehicle to get us to what we want, which is 100 million views, unlimited clout, loads of money. That's not how I do things. I don't admire that as an artist, like as a creative. As a business, it's really impressive. But anyway, all right, look, he's Mr. Beast. I'm just me, little old me with like a cool backdrop. All right, but I don't admire, I don't like, you know, these guys that make millions off their gambling deals. I'm kind of like, well, it's cool, but like, I think you're kind of, you're spreading negativity. So I don't really admire it. Like, you're not some genius. Like, it's not difficult to sell out to a gambling company. In the same way, it's like Mr. Beast, it's like he is genius, but also it's also like it's not great content. I mean, some of it's great content, let's be real. Some of it's great entertainment, but it's like, is he actually creating something for the passion of wanting to create something good? No, he wants to create whatever vehicle will get into 100 million views the best. So Folding Ideas basically points this, kind of summarizes this, basically saying, look, Mr. Beast, he's mastered the algorithm. And you know, he basically is the king of the algorithm. He'll create whatever video he has to make to get the maximum number of views, but he might not have built a fan base that's really proportional to the scale of his views. And there's a lot of people that really just, you know, they're there for the spectacle. It's clickbait. You kind of trick them into watching something they wouldn't really have had an interest in otherwise.
One of the odd contradictions of Mr. Beast is that he doesn't have a fandom remotely proportional to his actual viewership. In theory, with his viewership of almost 4 billion views a month, he is on par with any major franchise, up in the same range as professional sports. He should be utterly inescapable, but instead he's just kind of lingering in the quagmire of the culture. To use Reddit as a very loose proxy for fandom, Beast Game's dominant subreddit has 19.4 thousand members. Pretty modest. By comparison, the major subreddit for The Pit has over 100,000. Beast Game Season 2 is a show that uses more gear than the Olympics, and The Pit is a show you may only have heard of because some beardy YouTuber told you it's good and that you should be watching it. I am that beardy YouTuber. Go watch it. We checked the main Mr. Beast subreddit the day after the Beast Games finale to find 2 posts in the last 24 hours, both about Minecraft, with a combined total of 6 comments and 15 upvotes between them, from a sub with 1.4 million followers. The sub is dead. And Mr. Beast's comments on the YouTube channel are just a comments section. Anecdotally, it feels like MrBeast's most diehard fans today come from the hustle culture side of things. People invested in Jimmy's bootstrap story and the fantasy of a small YouTuber building a media empire with his boys. People who share Jimmy's admiration of Steve Jobs and Elon Musk. But those people aren't consumers. They watch Jimmy's podcast appearances. They don't watch MrBeast. Sincere MrBeast fans do exist, but there's nowhere for them to properly congregate and make MrBeast feel like a living cultural entity. I think the influencer iShowSpeed makes for a really illustrative comparison. iShowSpeed has 51 million subscribers at time of writing, a fraction of MrBeast's 468 million at the same point in time. iShowSpeed is mobbed wherever he goes. He can proc a stream in Kenya and it looks like the second coming of Jesus Christ. It's actually a little concerning. Speed reminds us just how big these numbers are. By contrast, Jimmy's public appearances, even when organized, pull in a fraction of this number. And maybe it's a mark in Jimmy's favor that he isn't out here causing human stampedes on the regular, but...
See, you notice, right? The people in the audience, they're holding up signs saying, buy me a Tesla. He's a lottery, okay? They're not actually... No one's a fan of MrBeast's personality. They're a fan of the podcast. They're a fan of, you know, hearing him break down how he's made so much money and how he hacked the algorithm. He's not really cool. He's not really interesting. He's not really... I'm not saying I'm so cool and interesting, but it's like... That is a really good point. He's not built a fan base that's proportional to the scale of his views. People love Speed. They love him. They love his personality. They love what he does. He could do anything. He could flip out. He could do a backflip. MrBeast, everyone's got their hand out. Can I have a free Tesla? I don't really care. You're not going to do anything entertaining. You know what I mean? MrBeast, you might shake my hand and then put some sanitizer on afterwards. That's the type of vibe he's giving. But anyway, okay, they're saying, all right, they're saying MrBeast, viewership's down. He might be the biggest casualty of this new algorithm change. But you know what? It's well within YouTube's rights. They can do whatever they want. It's their platform. Okay, shout out to YouTube. All right. Bless up to the YouTube corporate overlords that I've been blessed by them. Thank you so much. I will never say a bad thing about YouTube. It is the GOAT platform, all right? I'd rather be on YouTube than anywhere else. But anyway, it is what it is. Okay, that's the MrBeast breakdown. Hope you enjoyed those breakdowns. So I got up early today to get you guys the videos sooner. I hope you liked them. I hope that's a better timing. I think there's more people online in the morning. I'll just be getting up late. But anyway, hope you enjoyed that. I'll be back with some more content for you guys tomorrow. It's been a good day. I'm going to go and record some main channel stuff. Just dropped a video on the main channel about Fortnite Predators. I bet you didn't know about those. David's the tip of the iceberg when it comes to Fortnite Predators. You should go and check that video out. It's really interesting and it's different to anything I've done before. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'm out for now. Peace.